softness, appreciating or embracing our softness. Every week in this meditation, some of you may be coming quite frequently. You might notice that we more or less do the same thing. It's very back to basics. And the reason for that is, in our mindfulness meditation, it's really about how do we just show up for whatever that's arising for us, whether it's pleasant or whether it is unpleasant, or maybe there's just no particular feeling, like it's just completely neutral. So we are learning to just show up. And why do we do that? Because we are learning to show up for whatever that arises in life. So if it's something troubling, something unpleasant, something we don't welcome, we can just be with it and not feel so ruffled. And really, so that is the skill we are practicing every Wednesday. And of course, if you're interested to know more, feel free to find out more about my 8-week program. I've just put the link there. We're having a class from March to April. That one will be a more formal learning, in a more formal learning setting. But every Wednesday is just a very informal practice to just kind of like get a sense of what mindfulness is. So really what we are practicing is to just show up for whatever that arises. Now then the question is, how do we just show up, right? I mean, if impatience can be very gripping, restlessness, sleepiness, tiredness, especially having such a long day working from home or working from the computer. So what we one of the things we do is to be mindful, so that can help us stay with the moment. But what is it about mindfulness, right? And one aspect of it is about kindness and compassion. And if we drill it down further, part of kindness is about softness. How do we meet a moment, let's say a difficult one, which usually has a very hard energy to it? Instead of meeting it with resistance like this, we meet it with softness. So you can see there is less tension, less resistance. It doesn't mean we passively accept things that happen to us, but we just meet it with softness so that we can decide what's the best next course of action. And so I will get to the practice soon, but I just wanted to point out to something that I read, which kind of intrigued me about softness. And this was written by this person called Omid Safi. He's I think he teaches at Duke University in the US. He teaches Islamic modern or contemporary thought. And so this is what he wrote. In Arabic and Persian, a word for love comes from the seed that is planted in the ground. And so he says sometimes a seed of love is planted in the heart's ground through a glance, a touch, a word. So he points out the fact that in a hardened earth, a rock-covered surface, a hard surface, is it easy to grow plants? Or is it easier to grow a plant for a seed to come out as a plant? Will it be easier if it was in a soil that has been prepared, that has been softened up? And so this is where he says, by nature, we need something that's soft for something to grow and to be cultivated. And so that's, this evening's practice about, just appreciating the softness inside us and how can we manifest that in meditation. So without talking too much more, so let's just close our eyes, or if you wish, just keeping them open. So it's always a choice how we want to sit. But I would really encourage you to sit upright so that it helps to pay attention, to be more mindful. And just noticing the breath, feeling the breath. Feeling the breath in the body as you're breathing in and exhaling. Just feeling the softness of oxygen that you take in. Comes through the body, the lungs. And just attending in detail, moment by moment, as you're breathing. And dropping down further, feeling the body, if it's sitting on the chair or lying down. Now just feeling the frame of the body. Maybe starting with the skull, your forehead, the bony part of the forehead, the bridge of the nose, the cheeks. And here maybe feeling the softness of the cheek, contrasting it to the forehead, which is bony, or maybe the cheekbone. So there's the flesh of the cheek and there's the bone. And then to the mouth area, feeling the lips, softness of the lips. In contrast to the chin, the jaw, which is bony. And then dropping down to the neck. Does it feel soft or is it tense? And if you're feeling tension around the neck, then maybe just breathing in, softening, then breathing out as best as you can. So not forcing or pushing. Now if you're finding it, I can't soften my neck, well, then just maybe adopting a soft attitude towards any tension that you may be feeling. One that's not resisting the tension, but simply just meeting the tension as it is with softness. And going down, traveling further down to the chest area. Maybe feeling the chest bone. And then the beating of the heart, the expansion of the lungs as you're breathing in and breathing out. And maybe embracing the softness of the heart, the lungs. How precious those organs are. Now you may be noticing the mind wandering, jumping from one thought to another. Just very gently inviting the mind to come back and just feel the softness of the heart. It's okay for the mind to wander. You just have to just meet it very gently and just very softly, gently inviting the mind to come back to the body. So meeting each moment with softness. Not resisting, not pushing away. Now traveling down further, feeling the belly. Perhaps noticing the belly rising and falling at each in-breath and out-breath. Feeling the softness. And maybe noticing any bracing or tension in the belly. Sometimes we might be holding a lot of things together, not realizing it. So just meeting it with softness, any tension that you may be feeling. or experiencing. And so that experience may be unwelcomed or not feeling very pleasant. It's okay, just meet it with softness. And feeling the buttocks on the chair, or if you're on the lying down on the yoga mat or bed. And then feeling the softness of the thighs, the flesh. And notice the contrast of the flesh to the kneecaps. Kneecaps are like hard. And down further to the calves. Contrast it to the shin bone. And then down further to the feet. Feeling your feet. Now, if you're not like feeling anything in particular, it's fine. We just show up for whatever experience that's coming, arising, not needing it to be different, not needing it to be special. Perhaps feeling the arch of your feet, the bone. And then choosing a part of the body that you would like to just rest your attention there. Perhaps something that feels comfortable for you. Can be the chest area, the tummy, or just resting the attention on your breathing. And just welcoming whatever that's arising. And if it's like pleasant, then just really appreciating the moment. If it is unpleasant, then just seeing it for what it is. Not needing it to be like different or resisting it. Or if it's just like very boring or you're zoning out, just meeting that moment with softness. And now then, just taking your attention and just expanding it wider around you, just feeling the body as a whole. Perhaps starting with the forehead, the eyes, the cheekbones, the neck, chest, stomach, the hands, the legs. expanding the sense of awareness, keeping it open. As best as you can, just softening to the moment. And maybe just noticing the temperature of your room. Warm, cold, cool, or just nice, pleasant, not too hot. Feeling the temperature of the air on your skin. And whether you feel comfortable or not, just as best as you can, just meeting that moment with softness. Now read you this poem by Rumi. Just a short write-up here. Don't claim in spring on stone some verdure grows. Be soft like soil to raise a lovely rose. For years you've been a stony-hearted man or woman. Try being like the soil now if you can. So just taking your time. When you're ready, opening the eyes, welcoming the space here again.